Welcome everyone to Talk Wrestling here on the Jeff Meacham YouTube channel. I know it says no DQ right here on the Talk Wrestling logo, but I don't have an updated shirt yet, so working on it. Anyway, I know it's been a very, very long time since anything has been posted on this channel, and for that I can only say sorry. I can come up with some excuse like I always have, like I probably will continue to do, but the truth of the matter is I've just been too damn lazy to do a video. So here I am. It also occurred to me not too long ago that as far as the NoDQ.com video predictions count goes, that I wasn't getting any credit because yes, I was ruled champion, co-champion for a month after 2 shows ago for WWE, but they also said it wouldn't count if I didn't have a video of my predictions. So, hence the headline, Jeff Meacham's Extreme Rules Predictions. Ta-da! There you go. So that's what Talk Wrestling is this week. It's a preview for Extreme Rules, which is this Sunday, of course, on the WWE Network for just, that's right, you heard it here first, $9.99. 10 matches in total. They have not announced anything is going to be a kickoff match or a pre-show match or whatever they're calling their hour-long prior to show is called. Because I know they called the kickoff on, they called the buy-in for AEW, which, incidentally, I'm also going to watch that this weekend too, the AEW Fight for the Fallen show. I will not be watching Evolve 10th anniversary live as it happens, but I will be watching it after I watch Fight for the Fallen. I was going to watch Evolve because I couldn't afford to pay for Fight for the Fallen. I couldn't afford the pay-per-view cost because pay-per-views are too expensive nowadays. With the WWE Network only charging $10, you know, there you go. But I decided that since Fight for the Fallen's being offered for free on Bleacher Report Live, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'll watch Evolve after. But then Sunday, after I watch Greg Cherry give his thoughts in the stream, live on the NoDQ.com YouTube channel at youtube.com/NoDQCW or AaronWithNoDQ, whatever you want to call it, I will be watching Extreme Rules live on pay-per-view on the WWE Network. So, let's get to my predictions. The first match I'm going to cover is going to be a basic singles match. It's what's been built out, although it's been a long time coming for a lot of people. Looking forward to the opponent being revealed, which would happen on Tuesday Night SmackDown. Of course, I'm referring to Alistair Black against Cesaro. For what seems like forever, but it's probably only been a month or so, Alistair Black has been sitting in front of the camera, much like I am right now, with a dark background, much like I have right now, and ranting and raving about the door being opened for opportunity for him. And Tuesday, the door opened up, and then walks Cesaro, who we all, on the NoDQ channel, at least I have, I don't know about the rest of the NoDQ crew, but I have been bitching for a long time about giving Cesaro an opportunity, because I said it on Twitter on, I think it was yesterday, that I've been sitting in the Cesaro section since it was the Claudio section, okay? I am a huge fan of Cesaro, and I think he deserves nothing but opportunity, and people are going to criticize me for not criticizing him because of his lack of charisma, or, you know, just he doesn't have that spark. And, you know, he has been critical of WWE in the past as far as the brass ring comments. So there is that going against him. But I think that they're leaning toward Alistair Black getting a renewed push. Now he's on the main roster full-time, and he's away from NXT for the duration. I think we're going to see him win, but it's going to be a hell of a contest. It's a candidate to steal the show. If you really think about the quality, the caliber of these two athletes in there together, you're going to see a pretty darn good match in this guy's humble opinion. So hopefully I'm not wrong. Alistair Black for the win there. Let's go with the Raw Tag Team Championship match. You have the Usos challenging the Revival. It's been a pretty hot back and forth, hot and spicy between these two tag teams. Arguably the two best tag teams on any roster right now, and I mean that WWE-wise distinctly. The Revival. I love the Revival. They're a throwback to Arn and Tully for me, and you know me and the NWA Tag Team Championship and the NWA tag teams as a whole, especially the Horsemen. So Arn and Tully are a great example, and the Revival are right there with those guys. The Revival remind me of what I grew up wanting to see in tag team wrestling. And the Usos are probably the best tag team in WWE right now, with or without the championships. So it's going to be a hot contest, no question about it. And I'm going to go with the Revival to retain the titles, because I think they're going to go somewhere with the Revival holding on the championships down the line. While we're talking about the tag team championships, let's go move on to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The new Daniel Bryan, as opposed to the old Daniel Bryan, or the old Bryan Danielson, or the old American Dragon, and Rowan, defending the titles against the New Day's Big E and Xavier Woods, and Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker. This is probably going to be my get up and take a break from the show match, unless it's the first match, then I'm kind of screwed on that. But I don't see anything really happening in this match, unless for some strange reason they give the nod to Heavy Machinery. But I personally think they got called up too soon. I think Heavy Machinery got called up way too soon. I don't think they were ready to graduate from NXT onto the main roster. I think they had a little more seasoning, a little more sizzle in the oven before they were ready to prepare. So I don't think it's their time. And the New Day, I've said the New Day's played out for a minute. I'm not going to go back on that stance. I'm not a fan of the New Day. I think I'm over. I don't think I'm over. I know I'm over it. I think WWE should be over it, but they're not going to be. So I'm going to say that Bryan and Rowan retain the tag team championships on SmackDown. There we go. And what will probably be the kickoff match, much to the chagrin of Cindy and Noah and everybody else in the 205 Live Matters department. Drew Gulak will defend the Cruiserweight Championship against Tony Nese. Tony Nese was a hell of a Cruiserweight champion for the time he was champion. I thought he did a very good job. I thought he performed masterfully in the role of champion. I think that the title was taken from him too soon. He had it since WrestleMania. He lost it at the last show to Drew Gulak, who has been fighting for the championship for what seems like 55 years. And it really is only a couple of years, because it's only been around for a couple of years. But I don't see Drew Gulak's reign ending just yet. I think that we're going to see Drew continue on as champion and maybe go into SummerSlam and lose the championship to somebody else there. Maybe Brian Kendrick, who's been kind of this fodder for the Singh brothers recently on 205 Live. Maybe we'll see the grizzled veteran Brian Kendrick get one last championship opportunity, and hopefully he'll win. I'd like to see Brian win the championship back. That'd be nice. Let's go last man standing match. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. Now, I'm not one to usually praise WWE and their angles and the way they have presented things in recent years, but this has been very, very well done. The whole big angle they did with the two of them crashing through the stage, the wall, and the pyro going off, and the explosions, and the injuries, and things like that. The only thing I have a problem with is that Bobby Lashley was brought back way too soon. I think that he should have sold for a lot longer than a week or two, whatever it was. I think that it could have been really built a lot better if both of them had stayed out of the ring, at least, from the time they went through the stage until Sunday night of Extreme Rules. That way it was both of them making a comeback after devastating injury and devastating circumstances. I think that it made Lashley look it made it look like a hokey storyline more than a serious injury, because Braun has been billed as severely injured and he might not make it to Extreme Rules, and it's going to be hit or miss. And I think that both of them should have been in the same boat rather than have just Braun be the guy that is going. I get they want to make Braun look strong. I get they want to make Braun's return look like this big monumental thing, but it should have been both of them having the same injury, not just one or the other. I think it should have been both guys gone for the duration, and it's a mistake. Having said that, I think this news about Braun getting the renewed push is going to be fulfilled starting Sunday. I think we're going to see Braun have a good back and forth between him and Lashley, but I think we're going to see Braun ultimately come out on top and maybe, just maybe, see him get a singles run with a championship other than the Universal Championship, at least for now. Maybe he'll go after AJ Styles, who I think is going to be the new United States champion. I'll go ahead and throw that out there now. Maybe we'll see Braun Strowman battling AJ Styles for the U.S. Championship once AJ defeats Ricochet on Sunday. I am a fan, by the way, of AJ Styles' heel turn. I am a fan of him reuniting the old club with Gallows Anderson, who I've been fans of for a long time, especially Carl. I've been a fan of his since he worked for Dave Marquez out here at NWA Hollywood, and he was a great NWA Tag Team Champion with Joey Ryan, and he's been nothing short of phenomenal. Other than lack of push in WWE. They were Raw Tag Team Champions for a cup of coffee, but they haven't really got a serious run. I think that AJ coming back to them and reuniting with them and then winning the U.S. title this coming Sunday will mean that they get another run with the tag titles, hopefully, and really make a serious, solid effort as bad guys, as heels, as tag team champions. Maybe we'll see the club, all the club members hold gold, and maybe we'll see Finn Balor come back, and maybe we'll really get things cooking, but we'll see how things play out. But I am picking Braun Strowman to win, and I am picking AJ Styles to win the U.S. Championship. That's my bold prediction of the show, I think, is AJ winning the U.S. Championship. But another bold prediction I think is going to happen, and I don't know how bold it is because it may seem kind of obvious to some people, is I think Alexa Bliss is going to win her match, her and Nikki against Bayley. I think Nikki is going to get the pin for the team, and they're going to award the SmackDown title to Nikki, and Alexa's going to snap her pretty little twig. And that's going to be the downfall of the friendship between Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, that Nikki's going to be the one to win the match, but when Alexa tries to claim the title, Nikki's going to be like, hey, wait a minute, and then one of them's going to snap, whether it's Nikki or Alexa, but that team will win the championship on Sunday, and then they will dissolve. So, and we'll see those two go out at SummerSlam in August, when everybody but me is going to be at the pay-per-view. I found out most people aren't going, which I feel better about not going now. I've saved my money travels for next summer. We got a big event next summer for the entire NoDQ family, so we'll be doing that. Let's go Kofi and Joe. Kofi Kingston defending the WWE Championship against Samoa Joe. It's a regular singles match. It's an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, but the WWE Championship is contested in the singles match, regular match, which leads me to believe we're going to go past this in this program. We're going to go past this match, and we're going to see these two guys go at SummerSlam. And I think that Kofi is going to retain the title, whether it's by getting DQ'd or Joe losing by DQ or some sort of shenanigans. There'll be shenanigans involved in the outcome of this match, and I think that Kofi is going to walk out still the WWE champion. And then we'll see these two head into SummerSlam in Toronto and go at it one more time, maybe with a big stipulation there, a cage or a submission match or something up Joe's alley that'll twist the odds in his favor against Kofi going in. Then we have the no-holds-barred tag team match between Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. And this is going to be the one that people are going to be talking about, because The Undertaker doesn't do these one-off shows anymore. He does the big shows. He does the Royal Rumbles and the Manias and the SummerSlams and the Survivor Series, and he's appearing at Extreme Rules, a kind of a one-off pay-per-view. And he's teaming with Roman Reigns, who he has history with. Roman is the last guy. Roman is the guy that ended the Undertaker's run. He's the one that after Undertaker lost Roman Reigns, he took the hat off, he took the coat off, took the gloves off, he laid him in the middle of the ring in Orlando, and off he went into the sunset. So we thought, until he came back at Mania last year and did the whole thing with Cena. So what does this mean? Is Undertaker coming back to claim his yard from Shane and Drew, or is he coming back to claim his yard from Roman Reigns? That is the question going into Sunday in Philadelphia, and I think that Roman and The Undertaker will prevail, but I think that The Undertaker is going to get in the last word, the last ride, if you will, on Roman Reigns one way or the other. This will not be the main event, I think they're going to save the main event for this next match I'm going to talk about, which is the last chance winners take all mixed tag team Extreme Rules match for both the Universal Championship and the Raw Women's Championship. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch defending, Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans challenging. As much as I would like to see a changing of the guard on both these championships, because I like Becky and I like Seth, but change can be good if the right person is there to change too. Lacey Evans is the right person to change too. Baron Corbin is not. So I don't think that they're going to have Baron and Lacey win only because it's Baron Corbin in the match. Now people are going to say, oh, you used to be high on Baron Corbin. You're shitting on him now. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is being realistic. And the reality of it is that Baron Corbin is not in that spot, if you will, to be the top guy on Monday Night Raw. Rollins has been there for over 4 years now. He's been the guy. And he's been a lot of it hurt, yes. And a lot of it with circumstances beyond his control. But he is the guy now. He's the one that toppled Lesnar. He is the Beast Slayer. Now, the main reason I'm saying that Rollins and Becky are going to retain is because they're going to get the dog beaten out of them so bad that Brock Lesnar is going to cash in his Money in the Bank contract on Seth Rollins at the end of Extreme Rules after the tag team match and become the Universal Champion. There's the bold prediction. I think Lesnar is going to cash in as Paul Heyman promised. And I think we're going to see Lesnar cash in on the man who defeated him, Seth Rollins, at WrestleMania. And I think we're going to finally see the renewing of the rivalry between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins after Extreme Rules, because Lesnar is going to cash in this Sunday and reclaim the Universal Championship from Seth Rollins. And then we go into Toronto and all hell's going to break loose between these two guys. With Paul running the ship on Monday Night Raw, you know Lesnar is going to be prominently featured. You know that we're going to see Ronda Rousey coming back at some point. Maybe Ronda challenges Becky at SummerSlam, but we'll see what happens at SummerSlam. So that's the way I think it's going to be on Sunday. We'll see how things play out. I was going to do a Fight for the Fallen predictions show. Like I talked about, I was going to watch that this weekend. But I honestly have not been watching enough Being the Elite or Fight for the Fallen, Road to Fight for the Fallen to really give a proper prediction. So I will simply encourage all of you to go to Bleacher Report Live, go to Fight TV, wherever you can get your hands on this show and watch this show. It's going to be something special. It's going to be really, really exciting to see the matches we're going to see. We're going to see Cody and Dustin Rhodes against the Young Bucks, which is going to be an amazing contest between two teams of brothers. First time ever, we're going to see Cody and Dustin teaming outside of WWE as far as on televised broadcast. It's going to be great. Brandy Rhodes and Allie, Kenny Omega and Cena, Adam Page and Kip Sabian, 6-man tag match, a tag team match, SoCal Uncensored involved there. The Librarian Peter Avalon's competing against Sunny Kiss. The Dark Order versus Angelico and Jack Evans versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. It's going to be a stacked card. It's going to be well worth your 2 or 3 or whatever it is hours to watch this show from Jacksonville, Florida. If you're paying for the show, if you're going to the show buying tickets, so much the better, because I believe all proceeds are going to victims of gun violence. So there you go. And let's see. The event is sponsored by Thera and the proceeds from Gate will go to Jacksonville's Victim Assistance Advisory Council to help victims of violent crimes. So there you go. It's a hell of a reason to watch this show. If you're in Jacksonville or in the neighborhood of Florida, go to the show, watch it, on pay-per-view, and then go home and watch Evolve. And afterwards, or watch the pay-per-view and then go home and watch Evolve, because Evolve's going to be a good show too. I've not watched an Evolve show, but I know they're going to put on a great show. They're a great feeder to WWE, and I believe Gabe Sapolsky runs Evolve. Help me out there in the comment world. But they're a great show too. So check out everything coming up this weekend. It's going to be a huge weekend for wrestling. 3 big shows and a lot of stuff to take in. And we will see you guys next time I do this, which will probably be next Friday, for more Talk Wrestling. See you then.